Exactly, Katie. That's why I want to see it. Especially like in winter with snow and things like that. It'd just be amazing.
Yeah, snow-covered caps and everything.
Yeah, but Baz, subtracting or adding 18 is harder for people than it is to add 2 and subtract 2. In principle, all you're doing is adding or subtracting 180 degrees, yeah? But adding and subtracting 18, people will find harder than adding and subtracting 2. See what I mean? So it's just a lot easier.
See, it's like Manchester. It used to be 0.5 or 0.6 and 25, but they changed it because the magnetic shift is now 24.
Yeah. What's the reason?
I've run out of seeds.
Nice. I'm pretty low. Actually, I'll come back with you because I'll just finish this strip if I can. What's the logic behind runway? What's the reason behind runway logic? What do you mean bloater specifically?
It goes on magnetic heading.
Every runway is basically a compass heading. Think of it that way. Within 10 degrees. That's literally it. So runway 18 has a heading of 180 roughly, plus or minus 5 degrees. So
yeah, plus or minus 5 either side.
So they're all basically a heading bloater. And obviously the opposite runway is the opposite heading, so you reverse it by 180 degrees. Runway numbers are not random.
If the runway's got a heading of 175 or 176, then it'll be runway 18 because it's, you know, between those coordinates.
Oh, this is getting messy.
Alright, that was close.
The aggression. See you, Oscar. How long did you wait for the Ascara shifter? Me, about 3 or 4 months. Now you'll wait 6, and if you're lucky, you'll get one. There are other people that make them. There's a guy in Poland makes them. Suggest you have a look at his. Because I'll be honest with you, if my Ascaris broke tomorrow, I wouldn't order another one from them.
No, I wouldn't.
Never.
Takes too long.
Runway numbers are based on the average IQ in this city. Wow. Can I get diamond target?
I'll finish that road to my right afterwards.
Okay. If you buy the season pass on PS4 for Farming Sim, will I get the Platinum upgrade when it's released? I have no idea. Have a look what it says is in the season pass. You didn't know it was Thursday, Llama. What day did you think it was?
He's probably still living on Wednesday.
You must be in a good place if you don't know what day of the week it is.
Yeah, it does rain in the game every so often.
I've waited now for 2.5 months and was starting to get a bit impatient thanks to devastating news. Mortimus, I could have told you that before you ordered it, mate. People have been in here for a few months asking the same thing, and I always tell them the same thing. They are... It's not only the fact they take... Honestly, Mortimus, if I was you, I'd probably cancel my order and order one from the Polish guy. Because they never tell you what status their order's in. They tell you nothing. It'll just suddenly one day, some money will come out your PayPal and they'll say, order shipped. And that'll be it. It's pretty bad. Loads of people have had problems. Well, the farming game, Pure Farming, looks good. There's one coming out next month, is it? Called Real Farming or something like that. You've got Cattle and Crops, which is, I think, next year. You've got Pure Farming as well. There's just loads of farming games coming. Euroscore, we don't have the season mod because it would require a lot more admin. There's a lot more pressure on the admin team to organise things. Katie, it's a mod that introduces seasons, so you get like winter and spring, summer and all that. And there are certain things that you can't do in each season. So, for example, there's no harvesting in winter, you know. SKR seems to be the hardware version of the old Spin Ties game. I mean, that's the other thing, is it's just not even like that. The switches are just not that great. They're not that well built. Like, loads of people have had problems with them.
Mine's been alright so far, touch wood. But
you had to fix it?
Well, I had to fix Apple stands.
Yeah.
Because he had a problem with his.
Yeah. Well, he's not the only one.
True.
My button's been going a bit funny. Psychic Chicken, thank you for subbing. Welcome to the house. Thank you for your support. Can we give Psychic Chicken a nutty welcome? Although I suspect you already knew you was going to welcome him. Because he's psychic.
I've actually added another switch on mine for the jailbreak.
Yeah, because the jailbreak was an option that was introduced after I ordered mine. Yeah,
same with mine, and I was like, I'll have a look and see what board it is, see how they're working this thing, and it is just a controller board, like a USB controller board. And if I wanted to, I could add another 4 switches to it, and I was like, yeah, I'll just add my own. So I added my own, soldered it in, and it works a treat.
Cattle and Crops out in EA sometime in this month according to their webpage. Oh, early access, yeah, that's true. Baz, I can code these things, Baz. It's not really a matter of me learning to do stuff, it's the time to do it.
The funny thing is, I don't know if you remember, but there'll be a few people in chat that will remember. I did the ETS2 panel things for ETS and ATS, and it was just me building them. There was no one else. SKRS had got a group of people building them, and Vrome ordered one at the same time that he ordered one of the panels from me, and I sent his panel about a month and a half earlier than what they sent me shifter, and like I say, I had to make every single one of them.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the same thing that happened to CSIO.
Yeah.
You know, what you can manufacture 25 of is an entirely different problem to when you suddenly get flooded with 500 orders. Like, when you get 500 orders for something, and they need to go out in like a week, you get these problems of scale that they just were not ready for.
Yeah. True.
And then they find out they've got like 6-week shipping delays from China, you know, manufacturing problems. Like, it's a totally different ball game when you scale up.
True.
Sunflower. Calling farmer squirrel or just Steve. After that field, please seed sunflower on 14.
Okay, it's the same seeder anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to put to refill though.
Yeah, I'm down at 27% already.
I'm on 10.
Baz, if I ever build them again, I'll let you know, but I very much doubt that.
That's a Kickstarter in a knot. All the good and the bad. Miss your anniversary. I get around to him, bro. Don't worry. I don't miss him out. I am weird 5 months. Wow, 5 months already. Well, you're actually close to Silver Acorn, though. I am weird. Thank you for your support, sir. Fleming, 33 months, thank you. Not talking about the ETS stuff, I actually need more flight sim switches, Baz. Just get a button box, Baz.
They do the same thing.
Like 20 quid, put labels on it, you're done. Love to build a physical sat nav for ETS2, but no idea it's where to start. I don't know if they expose that through their APIs. That's the first problem you'd have.
Yeah, it's not covered.
Bloater, just search for button box, USB button box on eBay and you'll see loads of them. Is this a seeder thing?
It is. I'm full. Right, field 14. You full?
No.
You need to get it at the right pixel. There you go.
Yeah, it's just being ridiculous though. There we go.
It is only the green one that it's filling.
Yeah, but it's just like so like you've got to be on the pixel to get it.
Yeah. I was waiting for you.
No, it wasn't me beeping. It was somebody. It was Rent House or whatever.
All right, okay. I'll let you off then.
Squirrel play any more Mine Summer Car at all? Well, there's a video went out today, but and I played it all last Saturday and Friday night, so I'm not sure how much more you want. We'll play it again this weekend. You might buy a Cytec switch panel to mount on the one I already got. Yeah, Baz, you need to make sure, like, do you use X-Plane, Baz, or do you use P3D?
He's using 2004.
All right, I wouldn't recommend it then, Baz, because They don't ship drivers for everything. It's a bit of a funny one, that SciTech panel. Go and have a look on their page, Baz, and see what they support before you buy it. Which field are we doing?
14. Go all the way around.
No, we could have cut across the dirt track where Mad Vic's going.
Yeah, true.
Congrats on 170,000 followers on Twitch. Oh, really? I didn't realise yachts. Can't really look right now. Has it ticked over yachts?
Okay, how come you were quicker through there than me?
Because I play iRacing.
Uh-huh. Is that it?
I've got more seed, I got more momentum.
Uh-huh. I'm full as well, though.
Who's already on it?
The cultivating.
It's the gas man.
I can't move because you're in my way.
I know, I'm thinking the same thing. I can't get off. There you go. I couldn't detach. Right, are we running perimeter first?
Yeah. So I want to select sunflower.
Already done. I've gone for the one that looks like a sun. You already have 3 different SciTech panels and they work perfect, but using aftermarket software to control them works better than the default SciTech. Well, you know, SciTech and Logitech are the same company now, so they both make excellent drivers.
Let's say that again. Still have problems with the X55.
Oh yeah. I still have problems with the webcam. It doesn't remember the temperature, the color temperature.
All right.
So every time you start OBS, you have to set the color temperature. And everybody I spoke to has got the same problem. All the streamers are like, "Yep, same webcam, same problem."
Which one have you got?
The Logitech C920.
I don't know which one I've. I know I've got the 1080 one.
This would be a lot easier if the game would actually tell me what you've done.
Farming sim logic or Giants logic.
I'm just having to guess based on what I think is the width of your header. Cedar. You used a mod called SPAD with the SciTech panels and FSX, much better than the SciTech driver. You could use your ridge markers. What?
I've just told him that the ridge markers don't always update either.
I was going to say the ridge markers are going to synchronize at exactly the same rate as the field. If it's lagging, it's lagging. Hey JG Gaming, fine, thank you. I thought you upgraded your webcam. No, Shoot Bandits, when the 4K camera came out, the Brio from Logitech, I bought it straight away because it had 60 FPS at 1080. And then when I installed it all and realised that the drivers were utterly rubbish, I sent it back. I got a refund off Amazon and sent it back. Stuck with my 920. Basically, with the camera, when you put it on manual white balance, it would drop to 5 FPS. There was no fix for it. I mean, they probably fixed it now, but when I bought like a £160 camera and it had problems, I was like, yeah, you can go back. Because it's always the same. They always make a decent product and then ship it with like the world's worst drivers.
You can get the cam link now though from Elgato. You can hook up a proper like studio grade camera as long as it's got HDMI out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I could do that now. With my capture card, it's got another HDMI slot for free. I could just plug in a camera.
Yeah.
Any camera. Smart Equals SciTech Panels Advanced Driver is the one you use as well, so much better than the options. Fair enough. The fact that somebody has to come along and make third-party free drivers for SciTech just cracks me up. That tells you everything you need to know about their drivers.
Right, GPS set.
Oh wow, my fuel is low.
Mine's on 6.9.
I have 34 litres of fuel left.
Wow. I'm on 133, so...
Yeah, I'm a bit
Have you
low.
copied the profile?
I have now. Need a red camera, what do you mean?
Oh, they're the slow motion, full, like,
Oh, right.
4K, absolute beast of a camera, but you're looking at about, I don't know, $5,500.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I know what he means now. Isn't it a red camera like an 8K camera or something ridiculous?
Something like that, yeah. I know
EOS
it's
5D.
insane quality.
I'd love an EOS 5D, but I can't justify one. What do you think of the GTX?
70k to 70k to 150k. Oh, okay.
No. What do you think of the GTX 960? I don't know. I've never had one. I had a 970, that was good, but that was the days before the 960 came out. You want to get a second-hand EOS 5 Mark III? Isn't that going to be tricky though? $8K 2 shots on a 60 gig card.
Lol.
Why tricky? Because you're gonna have to wait for one to come up for sale, and I wouldn't have thought there's that many on the market because they're a good camera. Like, what are people selling them for to upgrade to? Is it to 8K cameras and things, or is there a better Canon EOS 5D or 6D they can get? Why do you have a bright out of nowhere tractor? I don't know what you mean. What's that machine for? This one, it's seeding sunflower, so information panel tells you what you need to know. The green icon there is like a sunflower icon, that's what we're seeding. And the bar tells you how much you have left in the seeder, and it's going down. You want it for photography, you get a very good second hand one for €1,500. Well, okay, let me flip the question round to Killer. Are there many on the market that you can choose from right now? Or is it a case of having to wait for one?
Still quite expensive though, 1,500 quid.
Well, they're about $2,500 without a lens brand new.
Oh yeah.
Just the body. But it's still a saving of $1,000. It's not bad. Professionals might sell a Mark III for a Mark IV, but not many. They're quite similar. I take it there's like physical difference between a Mark III and a Mark IV that can't be solved by upgrading the what do they call it, CMOS or the ROM. They're on enough on the market where I have to wait for a Christmas loan. Oh my god. K-Steen, 21 months, soon for 2 years, keep on playing and I'll keep on paying. Thank you very much, K-Steen. Algafer, thank you for the resume. If you want a good camera, look at Micro Four Third cameras. Oh, nearest fuel station is.
That would probably be near Field 8, where the pigs are.
Yeah, I can't see one exactly close by. Alright, Blackmore. The Mark IV's got different hardware and faster processor, but I am not a pro photographer. Can I have my Spezzy? That needs to go in the bedroom. That's why I left it in there.
Mad Mix on his way with fuel.
Cool. You want to use a Valmet, you mean a Valtra. Yeah, Chris said that's the thing, is the lenses. Lens for that cameras aren't cheap.
They're more expensive than bodies sometimes.
Yeah. Good lens is important though.
That's true.
Thanks. Cheers, Baz. Huh? Oh, he's staying there now, is he? Okay. Is that Mr. Dawes sleeping in my room? He wanted to buy a new mic, but it cost 3,200 euros. So I decided to make a new camera. That's a lot of money for a mic. What's going on here then?
Fuel.
Not me, I'm so fueled.
I need more seeds though now.
Yeah, no, I'm like 30%.
14.
Jeez, I'm only telling him, I'm not shouting.
No. I've got a whisper that I can whisper to them without you hearing it. And I was like, thank you, Mad Mick, but now we need seeds. And he's like, give me a chance.
A Newman U47 sounds unique to Killer. I should hope it does for €3,500. Just don't forget in all this, to Killer, that the people listening to your stuff are probably using 20 quid headset. Or some headphones I got from Mazda. I recorded this in £3.5 grand quality, and I'm listening on my £10 earphones. He needs to come over with his plane, it's cheaper than sending stuff to the UK. Yeah, but as long as you don't fly Ryanair. Otherwise you won't be able to bring much back. The heck?
Open up your CD, it'll fill you up.
I like how that thing just squirts in.
Don't mock those who use £10 headphones. We're a selected group.
Ryanair doesn't fly to Munich, they don't pay that much for a slot, and it's good that way. Where's Lufthansa based? Is it Munich?
I thought that was KLM, Munich.
I don't know, that's what I'm asking. Because I heard that where Lufthansa fly out of, Ryanair are banned from flying to, because Lufthansa don't like the way Ryanair treat their staff.
Lol.
So at the airport where they have a say in the fact, they're like, you're not flying here? Every time I watch your streams or videos, I can hear the overboosted road treble. Lol. That could just be the, it's not necessarily the microphone to kill. It could be the graphic equalizer settings. Is it Frankfurt? It might be Frankfurt then, yeah. Frankfurt and Munich. Interesting. So, Ryanair don't fly to Frankfurt or Munich, do they?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
No what?
KLM from Amsterdam.
KLM Dutch Airlines. John, the one that the guy, what's they call him over there? The guy who's in charge of Netherlands, like the president or like a king or something. Or was he Prince? Turns out he was flying jets, passenger jets for like 20 years. And then just suddenly came out and went, yeah, I've been flying jets for 20 years, but I didn't want to say in case people knew. That's in the Crown Prince or something. He's like flying KLM 747s and nobody knew that like the Prince was flying for all those years. But he couldn't say because he would just be a target or something. They were being flown around by the king and they didn't know. We have a crop problem here. Can we slow time down a second? What's going on?
You can drive over it anyway. It doesn't destroy it.
David84, what was that you had problems with? You've been ordering supplies from that Kiverton factory again and not sending them supplies out or not updating you on the order status? They're scumbags, Kappa. I think he's having a go at your ordering process.
Nothing wrong with it.
Paul S. Holden, thank you for 30 months. He's the king but has nothing to say. Yeah, he's like the... he doesn't have any powers. A bit like our queen, I guess. Politicians have regular jobs besides being in government too in the Netherlands. I wish it was like that over here. Good night, James. I've not decided yet, Julian, what I'm streaming tomorrow. Winbot 123. Wow, 3 months already. Loving the stream as always. Off to uni on Monday. So excited. Good luck, dude. Good luck. It's a big change. You watched Airplane today. Made you feel better. I love Airplane. It always makes me laugh. Every time I watch it, there's something I see in the background that I didn't see before.
Is that the one where he puts the autopilot on and the guy pops out of the control stick or something?
Well, there's an inflatable autopilot.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Paul, are there no more Long Dark? No, the Long Dark, we've finished it, SK, up to the end of episode 2, and episode 3 is not due out maybe this year, but I can't play it anymore until they release a new episode. I know what you'll be streaming tomorrow, but I won't tell you. Lel.
That helps.
Baz, Lufthansa partially owns Terminal 2 and the satellite in Munich, so only Star Alliance planes are allowed there. And, excuse me, that's Spezzy repeating on me. And since T1 is smaller for battle for slots, makes it too expensive for Scumbagger. Gotcha. So what you're saying is it's a pricing issue and Ryanair aren't prepared to pay it. Code 4, good night, sir. What do you think about helicopter flying helicopter flying planning to make a license someday? Oh, helicopters? No. I'll just stick to the planes. Funnily enough, when I was at the airfield today, the Essex Air Ambulance that flies out of there, the new helicopter was there. I took a photo of it, and I was watching one of the pilots as he was flipping the foot plates outside, climbed up and did all the fuel checks and stuff. And then they've got this. It looks a bit like, you know, the towing machines that tows out the jets. It looks like one of them, and what it does is it has these two, like, big arms that go underneath the helicopter pads, lift it up, and then this thing is electrically powered and can drag the helicopter around. That's how they put it into the hangar and take it back out. And they dragged it over to the helicopter pad. Next thing, this thing spools up, and I was watching it, and he took off. He hovered about, say, 5-6 feet off the ground, and then he reversed, and then he turned. He flew down to the runway, about halfway into the runway, turned round onto a heading of 24, and then just basically took off on runway 24. He just went whoop, straight up, and off he went. And then I watched him come back and hover land and get pulled back in. It was quite cool.
Yeah, they have to follow the same procedures, like during takeoff and whatnot. They have to follow the same rules, like taxiing-wise.
No, they don't.
Unless they get cleared to take off on taxi.
It depends. It's very much depends on the airfield, but he can fly from the helipad to the middle of the runway without going via any taxiway.
Right.
Even though there was a plane lining up getting ready for takeoff, so. But no, I love helicopters, but the helicopter training course is like even more money than a plane course, and a lot more expensive to hire, so it's a case of nope.
And a lot more risky if the engine fails.
A lot more things to go wrong than a heli.
Yep. At least with an aircraft, you can glide for a little while.
You can actually glide from quite a long way.
Oh yeah.
Surprising.
I think, is it for every 5,000 feet you can glide for 5 miles or something? Or 15?
I forget the exact number. But I remember it being at a few thousand feet, and he was saying we can glide for about 2.5 miles at this altitude.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't that high up. It's crazy. So yeah, you can basically just pick your field.
I like that analogy. That's true, helis are like flying rocks.
Well, even when the engine fails, the heli rotor continues to act like a wing.
Yeah.
It will actually
called auto rotation.
Exactly. It will continue to spin and give you some lift. But the problem is that if the engine goes, you generally lose tail rotor as well, and then you can't really control which way it's facing. So you end up with another problem.
Helicopters are a million moving parts spinning around in a massive oil.
Good night, Joshua.
Good night, Josh.
Oh yeah, way more maintenance. Helicopter grinds pretty well, you just need to go to a level above 100,000 feet. Uh-huh.
I'm nearly out of seeds again.
I'm on 33%.
7%.
7?
Mhm.
Paul, have you used car mode that you can tow cargo in ETS? Have you used a car... Oh, you can't mod, you mean? A car mod. I don't use non-truck mod. I don't drive around in anything but a truck in Euro Truck. Call me cynical and old-fashioned, but that's how I play the game. Pants, it did, sorry. 18 months. Still here, just been so busy with work. Not made many streams lately. Not a problem, Pants. I hope things ease up soon. You can watch some more streams.
Oh,
Just got here, had lots of stuff to do. Now time to relax. Chill out, Connor. Jules, with helicopters, if the engine stops, it will glide down perfectly slow, and it's called auto-rotation. Similar to the aircraft, you don't go straight down like a stone. We just discussed that, Jules.
That's what we just said.
You should have been listening to the stream instead of looking it up on Wikipedia.
No.
Are we done it?
Yeah, there's just that little bit in front of you there. Ah, see.
What bit in front of me?
That's
Burger
it,
bun.
we're done. Might as well fill up on that filler thing, wherever it is.
If we can get the right pixel.
It's back a little bit.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Alright, I'll jump in it and see if I can do it. There we go. No, are you full?
Do it again. There it is. Full.
Sweet. It's alright, I don't need it.
You don't need it?
Yeah, I filled up before.
Oh. Thought you said you was on... Okay.
No, I came over and I filled up after we'd done.
Right, quick, so we're back to the farm from here. Is... probably this way.
Well, I'm following you this time.
Probably that way. Jules, I don't use Wikipedia. That is wrong anyway. Simple Planet Racing, how are you getting on to Class D? No, I'm Class C now, on road. Class C on road, Class D on oval. But we're in week 13, so it's kind of mess about week, I think. But they released Snetterton and yesterday in the Ferrari GT3. I think it's a 488 or something. Oh, I'm gonna jet wash these. Oh wait, there's no jet washes in this place.
There is some.
Remember when I flew a Cessna earlier this year? It's fun, but I don't know if I would be the same school. If I would go to the same school, didn't like the instructor, don't go. If you're unsure about the instructor, either get a different instructor or go to a different school. It's super, super important.
Good night, Reaper of Twitch.
Good night, Reaper. Friends, thanks to resume. Do you have to bring your textbooks when flying? No. You don't bring that. The only thing you have when you're flying is your checklist. Your checklist, which you have to have. And your knee board, which is what you write down. Like frequencies, your
Weather information.
you know, your weather information, what runway, so what pattern you're using, left or right hand, all this kind of thing. Any specific instructions, that kind of stuff. Good night, Tequila. When do you think your first solo flight will be, Sheep Bandits? He said to me today that I'm only about 2 or 3 hours away from doing a solo, but I have to pass my air law exam, so I need to focus on that in the next couple of weeks. There's a few things he needs to show me, but in terms of circuit work, I'm ready to rumble. But there's some procedures he has to show me in case of things like engine failure and stuff. But you have to have your air law and your medical to do a solo. Once you got your license, you plan on hire planes to use on your own? Yeah, I'll start off by hiring. They have quite a few aircraft that you can hire. They have Robins, they have Piper Alphas, like Cherokees and stuff, and they have Cessna 172s. So you can hire them and then see how it goes. Right, what are we doing now?
It says we've got some animals that need feeding, so I'm guessing we need to cut some grass.
Okay, I'll get the tedder then.
Right.
Sorry, the windrower, because you're going to cut.
Can do, unless you want to cut.
No, that's fine. Unless we can both cut.
There is another cutter in there, so it will need resetting though. I didn't knock it over before you asked. You want me to reset it?
Yeah, if you can find it.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Found it. Done.
Okay. Who's that? Gator 3080 with half a year. Hi Paul, keep up the awesome work. Thank you, Gator. Enjoy the Silver Ray concert. Don't know much about flying. How far can you go on a smaller plane, Pants? Full tank. I think the range on a... Depends which plane you fly, to be honest. The range on a... Robin... One sec. Where am I then?
Other side.
Hey?
Other side.
Was a front cutter?
Yeah. So, no, not a front cutter, but you need
Oh, I
to
see.
reverse up. No. Like, from here, where I am, you need to reverse up to
Gotcha.
it like that.
Gotcha.
I'm stuck on a goddamn fountain.
Stuck in a fountain?
Yep. That thing in front of you, wherever it is. Don't forget to attach the PTO.
One sec.
load it up.
Now look at my checklist here because it says on it.
Good night, Casper Dog.
Good night, Casper Dog. Speed, capacity, range. Range speed. Capacity usable 26 gallons, 118 litres. I don't know what the burn rate is though. Oh, hang on, 90 knots will do 25 litres per hour, and it has 118 useful litres. So you're looking at what? About 400 nautical miles, something like that, as a range. Probably a bit more if you squeezed it.
It's not bad though, that is it?
It's not bad at all. I have your signature on your new scanner. How can I put my signature on your scanner? That's my question.
Right, if we go to, you see on where Field 21 is, and then there's the castle.
Indeed, Pringle. I'll just do what John Travolta did and hire a 747 and fly you all around.
He didn't hire it, he bought it,
Well, yeah.
Because he converted his son's bedroom into a goddamn terminal.
I won't be able to buy one, trust me.
Right, so we're going to go up to where the castle is. We'll mow that grass in there.
Well, Baz, you gotta do your loading weights, you know. Can't fly too much weight, but I should be able to fly a few cans back. But it would still be cheaper, Baz, to fly over on a jet than it would to fly a Cessna there and back.
One Magmeat coming this way.
Julian, it's something I always wanted to do. I had a career choice earlier in life and I chose IT instead of becoming a pilot. But I've always wanted to do it, so I have the opportunity, so why not?
Is that not an entrance?
Looks like a fence.
Oh no, I can get.
That is actually a fence you're driving through. That's hilarious.
Oh.
11 new My Summer Car vid. It was lit. Also, first time tuning into one of your streams. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Hope you enjoy Twitch. You bought a new gen Scania R730 Scania and let it special painted. I want to have a little logo from Squirrel with your signature. Oh, you mean like a sticker or something? Is that what you mean? Like basically sign some kind of sticker that you can stick on the truck? This sounds like Whiteland's lawnmower. When you get your private license, does it include flying small jets? No. Not at all.
Different type rating.
It would allow me to fly a single engine piston light aircraft in the day during visual conditions. It's very specific. When you get your license, think of it as like you can do the minimum now on your own. Everything else is like more learning on top. Like, you want to fly at night? You need to learn how to do that. Pass a little test. Want to fly jets? Something else. Completely. Want to fly multiple engines? Something else. Oh, I will, Baz. I will upgrade to instrument rating. I think I'll probably just get my test and then I'll probably get my PPL done, then think about doing the night rating just to get that done. And then just enjoy it for a bit and then start looking at the instrument side of it.
I'll let you finish that bit.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky when the game only tells me what you've done half an hour later.
Yeah. That's why I thought I'll go on this side instead.
Exactly, small steps, PS4. With special paint, maybe you can do it or someone copies it from you. I don't know how we're going to organise that. Link. I mean, I'm happy to do something like, you know, you send me the sticker that you want to put on the car, by the truck, by the PO box, and I'll sign it and send it back. I'm alright doing that kind of thing. You're a truck sim because the videos, you love simulate games, learning about different trains you can drive and train sim. Nice. That's what it's all about. Yeah, Baz, do you know how much it is to hire a twin-engine plane? It's all that maintenance. 2-engine maintenance. I would love to get hold of something like what Cirrus Max has. Like his Cirrus is amazing. That's only a single engine, but that thing can shift. Tom1, thank you for 20 months. You fly a Spitfire? Well, technically, I guess.
There's a single engine.
You'd have to learn how to take off and land with
Tail drag.
yeah, the tail wheel, what do they call them? Tail dragger?
Yeah, tail drags.
I mean, I've landed one in DCS, or rather I crashed it a few times and then landed it in DCS.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to do it in real life, they're pretty scary.
I remember that one. I still remember the one with Matt, where he took him like an hour and a half to set the aircraft up. You came along and went, "Brap," and that was it, and then his aircraft was on fire.
Not a happy lad.
He raged so much at that.
He spent the entire rest of the stream trying to kill me.
It was so funny.
Oh dear.
It was just the best stream ever, that one.
It was such a shot. Like it was.
The thing is, it was your first shot of the night because it took you about 20 minutes to get up in the air. Yeah. You got up in the air and you was like, "Oh, I'll just circle around here," and the next minute it was, and the next minute he's like,
well, it was like from the gun, and then I hit him. I'm like, "Oh my god, I've hit him!" Next thing, are you actually serious, Matt?
It was funny. I don't think I've ever seen Matt rage so much.
He was not happy.
No, he wasn't.